Well, hello, everybody. It's proud to have Mr. Loren Harris tonight. How you doing, that, brother Loren?
Fine, Spencer. How are you doing?
I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed.
Yes,
People
sir.
have been
Me
blessed by
too.
your ministry. People have been blessed by your ministry many times down the road, brother.
Well, I've been blessed to be able to share my ministry with a lot of people over the years, and so I don't take that lightly. That's for sure.
That's right. That's right. Well, brother Loren, when did you accept Jesus Christ to come in, and how did it change your life to where you are today?
I was 7 years old, and my uncle was preaching on an Easter Sunday morning, and I just felt the need to change my life, and so I was saved that Easter Sunday morning and baptized right after church in an old muddy river by my uncle and my dad. My dad, I'm a preacher's kid, so that's one of the reasons I am the way I am, I guess. But anyway, it's been I've not always been as faithful to him as he's been to me, but thank God for salvation. And he's been faithful and he's been true to me. So I'm thankful for that.
Amen. Well, brother Loren, what age did you start singing?
Sung my first song when I was 3 years old with my mom and dad. Most people know that, I'm a good sized guy, and I was so small that my mom had to stand me on the piano stool beside of her while she played because people couldn't see
Oh,
me.
wow.
So they don't have that problem now, but I was 3 years old.
Oh, wow. Well, brother Loren, you have sung through groups that impacted your life today. How did it impact your life to where you are today?
Well, being with the right groups, I tried out for a couple of groups, tried out for the Singing Americans, actually filled in for them for about a month before they hired David Hill. And I was actually not married at that time. And a year later, right after I'd been married for about 4 years, I went with the Wilburns. And Jackie Wilburn was a lot like my dad. And that was a great place to start my career and my ministry. And, God knows that. He directs your steps if you're faithful to him. And then leaving there, going with the Perrys, I had great years with the Perrys. And then came home for 10 years and sung with Ricky Atkinson and Compassion a little bit, but was worship leader in my church, and then going with the Kingdom Heirs and being there for a while, and enjoyed that. That was a dream job. And now getting ready to go with Point Voices. We're actually going to Texas in 2 weeks. And I'm looking forward to singing with those guys and then doing my solo job as well. And my solo ministry, I enjoy that.
You mentioned you just sang with the Whippers. That's where I first met you at. I think y'all come to my home church back when you were singing with the Whippers.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you go to church at?
Kendall Heights Church of God in Sandusville, Georgia.
Oh, okay. Wow, yeah.
I think
Excellent.
that same year, that's when y'all had out the single "We Had a Hope" years ago. Back
when We Have a Hope. What's a great song. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
How did you join the? But Loren, how did you join the Whippers?
Tony Peace left. I actually auditioned for him when Tony Gore was leaving, and then they wanted me to come for a second audition at their homecoming singing, which was at the Wilson County Fair in Lebanon, Tennessee. And on the way down, we got in a traffic jam. So when I got there, Jonathan Wilburn was obviously still with the group, and so I missed my audition. And they were tearing down and everything, and so I was kind of disappointed, but it wasn't the right time. Tony Peace was there 2 or 3 years, I guess it was. And so when he left, I called Elaine, and she said, "Come down here to Carthage and audition for me and Jonathan." I said, "Okay." And so when I walked in their office, she said, "I knew it was you." She remembered me auditioning when Tony Gore left. And so I went out on a 10-day run with them, and Jonathan hired me 3 days into the 10-day run. And then his stinking behind left and went with Gold City about 3 months after I was there. I'm like, man, when you run off family, that's pretty bad. But anyway, that's kind of how I started with them. And it was a great, I was with them almost 5 years. So that was a good time. Great folks.
Back when you sang with them, what was your favorite song that you done with the Whippers?
Probably, We Have a Hope was probably one of them. Really liked Outside the Gate, which was a Tony Gore hit. And Not So Hard to Praise Him, that was another Tony Gore hit. And God's Promised Land was actually what I auditioned with when when Tony left, and which was Tony's first hit off the Alabama Lightning live album. But so yeah, they had some great songs.
And then in 1999, you joined the Perrys, and I'm telling you what,
I did.
you joined Miss Libby Perry Stuffle. How was that experience traveling with Libby?
That was great, man. She's my sister. I mean, we're close. Me and her and Tracy, we were family, and so I miss Tracy every day. He was the funniest human being, and he was good to me. And so they were closer. I was driving almost 4 hours to meet the Wilburns, and Tracy and Libby lived in Morristown, where Greater Vision's from at that time, and so it was only an hour for me, and it just made sense. You know, I was getting ready to start a family, and I'd been married for 4 years, and my wife was pregnant with our first child, and it just made sense. And I've always been a fan of the Perrys. They're high energy singing, and had a great run there. I mean, we got album of the year a couple of times, songs of the year,
Oh yeah,
group of the year, and but yeah, working for Libby, I talked to her probably every couple of weeks, and it was fun. I still call her the boss lady, but I love that family. Love the Perrys.
yeah. In fact, you know what's funny? I actually heard you back when you sung with them too. Y'all actually had the release at the time. I rest my case at the cross.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And,
that was a big song. A big song. I actually sung it this past Sunday in Sweetwater,
I
Tennessee.
know I watched you on live at a friend of mine's church, brother
Oh yeah.
Jonathan Watson.
Yeah, them Watson boys are crazy. But yeah, they wanted me to do Rest My Case. But yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite songs to sing. It's a great song.
Yeah. And then after you left the Perrys, you went with a group called the Kingdom Heirs. Is that correct?
Yes, I was, like I said, I was minister of music at my church for 10 years, and then went with the Kingdom Heirs, and was there for 7 years, and enjoyed my time at Dollywood, and golly, singing with Arthur Rice and Jeff Chapman and Jerry Martin, and in that band, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of good times.
What was your favorite song sang with the Kingdom Heirs?
My favorite song they've ever done was one that featured Arthur, was Forever Changed. And of course I wasn't featured on it, but loved that song. But probably the song that I was featured on was the song that I enjoyed the most was well, I can't even think of it right now, but it was my first single with the group, and a song we recorded on the first album, and I sing it just about every time that I sing, but like I said, I can't even think of it. I'll think about it in a minute. I'm getting old, Spencer. Can't think of nothing anymore. But
yeah, you mentioned about you sang with Ricky Atkins Passion. I don't know if you know this, but I got Mr. Greg Cook coming on Thursday.
Oh, do you?
With y'all back in the day. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Tell Greg hi. He's one of my dearest friends. I don't get to see him anymore because he's working in his church, and I'm here and there. So, but golly, I love Greg. Love his voice. And I remembered the song "Never Made a Promise."
That's a good one.
That's a good song. Yeah, that was my signature song kind of when I was there. But yeah, I love Greg Cook. So you make sure and tell him I said hey.
I will. He'll be on with us Thursday afternoon at 2:00 Eastern.
Oh, good. Gregory. Yeah, I miss that bird. He's a great one.
Yep. But I tell you what, the songs you have sang after the years have blessed people. And they're still blessing people. Like the other day, I was listening to an old Wilburn song that y'all sung called He Was Dying to Say. And I'll tell you, I love that song.
Yeah, it's all about the lyric. I mean, there's certain songs that's written for certain people. And I think I Rest My Case was written for me. Calvary Answers for Me is my testimony song. And
that's a good one, boy.
It is. But there's certain songs, like I said, that's written for certain people, but it's all about the lyric. It don't matter who sings it, but you have to feel the lyric in your heart for it to bless the people you're singing to. Yeah. But it's all about a good lyric. If you got a good lyric, anybody can sing it.
That's right. Well, you mentioned this just a couple months ago. You joined Mr. Phil Cross at Port Voices. But
Yes,
before
sir.
you did that, you stepped out on faith and you went out on solo ministry, didn't you?
Right, right. I've been doing that for almost 2 years now, and that's different because I've always been with a group, and now I can still do my solo stuff and scratch my quartet itch with Phil and the guys. So, yeah, talking about a songwriter, my goodness, Phil Cross is a songwriter. I'm getting ready.
He was on with us a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, yeah, man, what a great writer. And I'm honored to be able to sing with those guys. You know, Jeff Snyder sings tenor. Me and him are probably best friends. He lives just down the road here, a little piece. And when I left to go with Kingdom Heirs, he took my minister of music job at my church, which is still my church. Yeah, and he's getting ready to celebrate 10 years. I was at my church 10 years. And so he come to me one day and he said, man, Phil and Donnie are thinking about hiring somebody. Would you be interested in doing some dates with us? And I was like, Lord, yeah. So I'm excited about it. We've done one weekend back in December in Florida, and that was a lot of fun. And then the press release was in January, and then we were canceled in Texas because of weather. And so we're doing that Texas weekend coming up in 2 weeks. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to hit the road with those guys. My goodness.
Yeah. But Lord, if you could dream of a quartet as singing past or present, who would be singing the parts in that quartet?
Let's see. Let me think here. Ernie Phillips is my all-time favorite tenor singer.
Oh yeah.
So he would sing tenor. Jeff Chapman would sing bass. He's a freak and one of my best friends. You'd have to put old Trammell at baritone just because he's the GOAT. And I swear, singing beside of him for 6 years, I don't think there's any better than Arthur Rice when it comes to singing lead, you know. And I could just sit back and watch. But that's, you know, it's a lot of Kingsman, Gold City influence there. But that would be my dream quartet, you know, with Hamill doing the MC and standing to the side. So, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody, go ahead.
My crazy things, my all-time favorite group's the Happy Goodman Singers. And
mine too.
The Happy Goodman fam, that's my all-time favorite group. And Sam and Rusty are probably two of my favorite singers. But golly, I love to watch their old videos. And when I done the
But
Goodman
Loren,
album,
somebody asked me the other day, they said, who's my dream group? I said, Loren Harris doing the lead. Jonathan Weber doing tenor.
Jonathan can do it, though. He can.
Oh,
He's
he
a
can
freak.
still sing. I was listening to him the other day. Old video with him and his mama, and
right,
saying "Coming Out of the Wilderness."
Yep.
I think that's the song we did.
Yep. Yeah, Jonathan's great. He's one of my dearest friends too. He's great. He's doing really well.
Lauren.
Yeah.
If the Webbers ever decide to get back to do a reunion, would you be interested in doing something like that? They decide to do something like that.
I'd be the first one there. Let me tell you, because I love Miss Elaine. She's always called her my road mama because she took. I mean, Lord, like I said, that was my first full-time job, and I was green. You know, I'd never been on the road anywhere, and so she babied me and mommed me and taught me a lot of things. Her and Jackie taught me the ropes, and and I love Jonathan. I mean, they're family to me, just like Libby and Tracy. So yeah, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Get Tony Gore and Tony Peace. That'd be fun. That would be fun.
That'd be a concert right here.
Troy Peach, Ricky Atkinson. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Well, Brother Loren, let me say this. Thank you for coming on tonight, brother. And the best is yet to come for your ministry, brother. Well,
man, Spencer, I appreciate you getting in touch with me and letting me come on. And God bless you and your endeavors. And you tell all my buddies, hey, when you see them, and hope to see you sometime. Come and see me, all right?
Hey, let me ask you a question. Who would you recommend coming on this broadcast? You
need to get Jeff Snyder. You need to message Jeff Snyder. You said you've had Phil. You need to get Jeff on here. Maybe Casey, the bass singer, Casey Armstrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, any of those guys. But I'd get with Jeff. I mean, Jeff's great. You'd enjoy Jeff. You know, he'd tell you some stories about
I remember him singing with the Greens.
Sung with the Greens, sung with the Bolins. So, yeah. You need to get some of those guys. And some of the Kingdom Air guys, Andy and Dennis and John and some of those guys, yeah.
Yep. But Lord, let me tell you this right fast.
I
actually heard Phil Cross couple of years ago. They were singing at a benefit singing in Augusta, Georgia, and I told Phil this. Well, man, he don't remember this, but they sung the song "Champion of Love," which was
Right.
and it's still their big hit. But they
Right.
sung that song that night, and Brother Loren, there was over 15 people walked into the altar that sang that song that night. Got saved.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's going to be my first big song with them. They want me to do "Champion of Love." So,
oh boy,
yeah,
it better be live streamed. It better be.
I'm excited. It will be. Yeah, it will be. The first time we're going to do it's in Branson at Praise Fest. So that'll be in March. So it'll be with a live choir and a live band. So hang on, it'll be good, bro.
I don't want to miss that singer right there. I tell you what. Well, thank you,
right.
Loren, and the best is yet to come. And we get you on sometime in the near future, sometime, brother.
Sounds good, Spencer. I appreciate you, brother.
All right. Hey, you ever talk to Elaine Weber much anymore? You don't talk to her?
Yeah, I talked to her about a month ago. I talked to her on Facebook. She's doing great. I mean, her health's still good, and she's still doing great. So yeah, I get to talk to her every once in a while. She's my buddy.
Brother Loren?
Yeah, you there?
All right, we back.
All right.
Yeah. Well, thank you, brother, for coming on. The best is yet to come. God bless you.
Thanks for having me on, bro. Take care.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.